going on, everybody? KJ Wiggums back with another episode on Bucks County, and we are on the second day of early autumn, and we are going to be getting our oat field finished up today. However, before we do that, I'm going to head down to the shop. I need to pick up a trailer so we can load the extra oats in once we get our pallets full. I have the pallets already down at the field waiting for us. I got to get the 4020 fired up and get the harvester out there, and then we are going to go ahead and start doing that. But like I said, first we're going to run down to the shop. Alright, so I have installed a couple different modded trailers, and I've been testing a couple of them out because we do not have a very big harvester. Actually, I'm going to turn this off just because of the noise. We don't have a very big harvester, so we have to be careful with what we get trailer-wise. A few of the trailers that I have installed are the Joskins trailers. We do have the John Deere Gator trailer, which I did test. It does fit. It holds 2,000 liters. It doesn't look horrible on the back of like the 4010 or the 4020. And I'm still debating on whether or not I should go for this one. But the other ones, like I said, I installed were the Joskins. I've been doing a little bit of research on them, and they have looked at coming over to North America. They were starting to look at it back in 2017, 2018, so I thought that would be a good way of bringing that into this series as well. We have this one with the articulating bed, or the articulating axle, which I'm not too fond of, but I do know how to work them. We have this one, the Delta cab, which is the solid frame. However, I've tested them all with my harvester, and when I go up to like the 17,000 capacity, it does not fill the trailer up when you put the pipe over top of it. It's just off the back of it or just off the front of it. So I wasn't a big fan of that. With the John Deere Gator, it filled right up in the middle like it should have. But then I found this one by Black Sheep Modding. Oh, not under here, it's under miscellaneous. The 3-point tipper Joskins. So I really like this one. It's 3,000 liters. It fits really nice on the back of the 4840. And for the size of our farm, really, this isn't a bad go. And it's only $2,400 brand new. And if we go for the second hand, it knocks 768. So I'm not too concerned about that. I'd rather just pay that and get it brand new. So I think this is what we're going to go for. If it doesn't end up working out for us in the end, we can go look at the John Deere Gator trailer. It's still a little bit smaller than this capacity-wise, but I think this is going to work fine, just fine for what we're doing. So let's go ahead. We'll jump back in here, get this fired up, and we'll get hooked up to that, and we'll get it back to the farm. It's already pushing 8:30. I have checked the weather. They're not calling for any rain for the next 3 days. Now, I know that can change down the line. But as far as today looks, we are set on that. So let's get this hooked up. But like I say here, let's lift it up. That doesn't look too bad on there. And it's going to do exactly what we need it to. We have a small combine. It only holds 2,000. This will hold a trip and a half off of that. So I think we'll be pretty good there. Let's go ahead. Let's get this back to the farm, and then we'll get the 4020 fired up, and we will be underway for our first harvest. Actually, our first harvest on this series. So All right, let's do it. I'll see you guys here in a little bit. All right, so we are back up at the farm. I have the 4840 and the Joskin trailer down here at the field. I have all of our pallets set up down here as well. They are ready to go. You'll have to let me know how off the sound is. I had to turn the vehicle sound down some because this 7721 is extremely loud. So I wanted to turn that down a little bit just to at least try to make this a little bit better. So for our first harvest on the farm, let's go ahead and get the 7721 opened up. Get her fired up. Get her lowered down. And let's start. Let's slow the tractor down just a little bit. I know I got a tight squeeze up here through the fence in the field. Have to go over the crop a little bit. And then back out. There we go, we're dropping our straw. Taking care of the oats. Oh, this is perfect. I'm absolutely loving this mod. I am so grateful to you, Bex Modding, for helping me get this. It is exactly what I've been trying to find just for this series alone. Really helped so much. Now, I know this isn't going to be our forever combine for as small as it is. We're going to have to do something a little bit bigger at some point. But, you know, we got one field right now, and it's really not that big of a field. I figure this is going to take most of the day to get completed, but I'm alright with that. I had already put that into consideration when doing this, so you can see there's a couple trees along the edges that we can probably do away with. We'll probably have to come back around the field the other way at some point when we're done, just to pick up any missed bits. Depends on how much we actually end up missing. So it looks like we are probably going to be able to get the whole way around the field at least one time before we're full. That is what I was hoping. But yeah, this is awesome. Absolutely loving it. Ooh, getting off track a little bit. It'll be a lot easier once I have the straw swalk down. I'll be able to just stay over top of that. We'll follow that line. But I got a lot of these trees. There's 2 trees over on the other side that we just passed, and probably these 2 pine trees that we have here that we probably should clear out as well, which will make it just a little bit easier for us to come through here. There might be one more up here too. So coming up on 80% full, and we are just about all the way around. I'm hoping we do make it. I think we are. That is perfect. That is working so nice. Absolutely love it. Yep, through the pine tree. Looks like we got some dead crop up here. I'll tell you what, one thing I would like to see with FS22 coming out, when crops wither, that you would still be able to harvest it. You just don't get anything out of it. Like right now, you see it kind of just stays there. It doesn't do anything. I'd love to see being able to just, it still get cut down like everything else. And then you would go from there. Still got some weeds in here too. That's one thing I did not get, was a weeder. There we go. So we are all the way out. Let's get our pipe out. Alright. Let's just quickly cut this bit off here where we came in. 100%. Will we come out? There we go. Turn that off for now. We'll raise that up. Now let's back this up to one of our crates. Let's get one of our crates filled up. I think I'm too far over. There we go. You can see we're unloading into one of our crates. Which one are we filling up? Alright, we're filling up this one first. So that one will take half the load, and then that one will take the rest. Once that is full, put 500 in this one. There you go, that'll take the rest of that. And then what I'm going to do is I think we will go ahead and time lapse the rest of this field getting done. So I will see you at the end of the time lapse. Alright, so it is about 11:15, and as you can see, we have our 6 crates of oats for the horses. Looks like I kind of bumped those ones. Our 6 crates full, and our Joskin trailer is full as well. Well, just about full, 93%. That's alright. Let's get the 4840 fired up. And I want to take this over to the compost pit. And I want to put our first load into the compost pit. As you can see, with that time lapse, that was about 20 minutes or 25 minutes going around there. We're about halfway done with it. I think I'm just going to knock the rest out on screen, or off screen. I figure I don't want too long of a time lapse going through with that, so I'll knock that off screen, get that all done. And then we're going to have to get that hay all picked up out there, or I'm sorry, that straw all picked up. I can never look over my shoulder right that way. It never feels right to me looking over my right shoulder. So now with this pit, just so you know, as soon as you start dumping stuff in, it automatically turns it to manure. And then you have to compact it. So let's get this door opened up. So as you can see right now in the pit, we had turned our oats into manure. We can scoop this up and we can use the manure. Or once we get it filled, we can pack this all in. Ferment it, and then it'll turn into the compost. Now I want to do that because the compost is supposed to go farther than the manure, so you actually use less of it. That's kind of my understanding of it. So we're gonna do that. The rest of this field is gonna get put into there, and we'll see at the end of all of that how much we actually have. Like I said, we still got about half the field left, so probably I would think we're going to have about 6,000 to 9,000 liters in there, give or take right around there. So I'm actually going to bring this a little bit closer down here because I don't need to be driving up there every single time. We'll park this off to the side right here. And then we'll jump back in the 4020 and we will continue harvesting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the tractor on first. What I'm going to do is I am going to get the rest of this field knocked out, and then I will bring you guys back once we are done. Alright, so here we are on the precision farming page in the menu. And I'm just looking at the overall yield, the money and stuff we spent on there. So for the soil samples, we had 5 soil samples at $100 a pop, so that cost us $500 for that. I don't know why it's... No, we didn't spread lime. So that would be why that isn't. Liquid fertilizer, and then manure we did 34,000 liters, which was a 10% boost. I'm guessing that's what that means. Seed, we used 475 liters, which cost us 427. Fuel, $39. The vehicle maintenance of working the field was 15. Now I think when it comes to that stuff, they're only counting like the vehicles that we use to like spread the manure, and possibly the tractor, the 4020. I don't think that's counting the harvester in the maintenance. Plus we use the 4840 to cart away all the oats and stuff like that. It says our yield was 14,359, but I know that's not true because we have 6 crates of 6,000, and then there's like 3,000. No, there's 6,000. Yeah, I think just over 6,000. So close to the 14, but definitely not 14,359 liters of oats off of that field. I'd say it was closer to about 12,000. They're saying the total cost that we spent on the field was $981. Our total earnings should be $14,631, with a grand total of $13,657. Overall, the field didn't do too bad. You can see the majority of it is probably sitting right around that 100% mark. There to the right of the field, to the far left of the field, we probably have about an 80% there. That's the salty clay. And then there towards the middle, we hit about 115 to 125, which is really good. I think that's where we got the bulk of our stuff. Overall, I think it turned out pretty well for that field. We are going to have to, get some nitrogen on the field and bring the pH up just a little bit, not a whole lot. But overall, I don't think that is... Let's jump out of the tractor. I don't think that is a bad turnaround now. Like I said, they're saying that we should have made 14,000 off of this field, which probably would be true. Let me go in here again. Let's see what oats are sitting at. So the highest price for oats right now are 1,026. Yeah, 1,026 is the highest. And then we had, we'll just say 13,000. Yeah, so I mean, overall we would have made the $13,338 off of this field. But what I did in return was turned all of that into compost. We'll run over here quick. I'll just cut through the field. And I think this is going to be a better turnaround right now for us. So you can see it all turned to manure. Let's bring that up. We have 8,380. So yeah, maybe it was 14,000 liters. Yeah. I thought there was less in here. Don't need that. But yeah, so we got our manure in here for now, which will turn to compost here once I think I'm going to go around and cut the grass around the farm and collect that and put that in here as well, and then go ahead and ferment that for the night. And then we'll go from there on our compost. We're still making some income off of our rental property. That's the, if you didn't know about that, that white house, or it's not a white house, it's the white fence around that blue house down there, right off the edge, or the gray house right off the edge of our field. That's a rental property that we rent out, and then we have the windmill that we make money off of as well. So we're still making a good income off of that. Doing that harvest, I haven't been able to come over and check the potatoes. For the greenhouse, that's probably ready to move another sack out of there. So we have these potatoes here. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with these potatoes as of yet. I don't know if we just take them and sell them as is per the sacks, or use them for a contract. The other thing we did talk about, I think it was about 4 episodes ago, 4 or 5, is we do have the Grimmy Cedar, so I do want to get potatoes in. I think next year what I'm going to do in this field here and our previous oat field is I'm going to put in black beans, and we are going to do a black bean harvest, because if we go ahead and jump into the menu here and scroll all the way over to black beans, right here. I mean, highest price we're sitting at right now is $1,400. Well, $1,430 for the highest price, and that is still going up as well. So I think I want to kind of get a little bit of a cash crop in. I didn't edit that part out. I don't know if you guys heard the motorcycle that time. But yeah, I want to get a cash crop in both of these fields before we turn them over. I have more than enough hay to deal with the horses that I don't have to do grass. Still watching the price on silage, because that's going to bring in a nice $30,000, if not more. And then I think what I want to do is I want to purchase field 38 here, is going to be our next thing. And come next year, once we get this field turned over, I'm going to put those potatoes in here, like we talked about a couple videos back as well. So that is the plan for now, but today has been pretty productive. Really excited. Horses coming soon. I'm going to have to find a trailer so I can bring them here and we can start taking care of them now that we have everything. I'm going to have to... I got to get this whole entire field baled up as well and get the straw put away, which will probably go in here. I'll have to move the tedder. We're getting to that point again. We're starting to run out of room. This was never even supposed to be storage for equipment anyway. It was always supposed to be for the bales, but running a little low. So maybe after we do the black beans in these fields, maybe we can start looking at adding another shed or something in. So yeah, that's coming soon. I think for now I'm going to wrap everything up here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you stuck around this long and you're not subscribed to the channel yet, you know, give it a thought. Come join the community. I love talking with you guys. So I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. As always, happy farming.